this week I got asked why we don't use face holes when we give a Bowen treatment, and I thought I would teach this video while I was lying in a face hole, and then I decided not to. So we're going to just have a little look, and I'll explain to you, as I did to the group this week, why we don't use face holes unless we really have to, or unless somebody really insists. Enjoy. Ask me the question again about the neck. Right, after three.
What was my question?
Face and face hole.
Sorry?
Face and face hole.
Why do we not use a face hole in the Bowen?
That's a very good question, and I'm glad you asked it, and I will tell you now. That was spontaneous. A lot of people ask that question. First of all, why don't I use face hole? And the reason I don't use face hole, it's all about me, is because I don't have a table with a face hole. But secondly, don't go away. Don't go away.
I'm
Here's
going
the
to
thing.
steal a shot.
Here's the thing. Put your hand on the back of my neck. Okay? Right, now, put your hand on the front of my head. And now just give a little push. Feel what happens to the back of my neck? Alright. So, you can try this at home, but without her. Put your hand on the back of the neck and feel what happens if you push. If you just even go into a slight bit of extension, the whole of the back of the muscles of the neck kind of seize up, don't they? Yeah, so they go into a contraction. So if you now lie, if you just lean forwards, so you're facing a face hole, then what's happening is that all of the muscles of the back of the neck are now in a slight contraction. So the only reason that we have a face and a face hole is so that we can work the client's neck, like if we're doing a massage, with them face down. Now in Bowen we don't do any work with the client face down the back of the neck, so therefore we don't need to worry about face hole. If somebody's having restricted movement as far as their lying is concerned, stick a pillow underneath their chest and do whatever you need to do to get them comfortable, but you don't need to put them in their face and face hole, because it's just not, I mean, they're just not that comfortable, are they? If they were comfortable, then you'd go home tonight and you go to bed and you go, no night darling, and you stick your face like that, okay, and you have a bucket underneath to catch the dribble, you know. So nobody has ever manufactured a bed with a face hole in it. It's only therapy tables. So there's got to be a reason that they're there, and they're there for you to do the work on the neck when your client is prone. I've never had a face hole. I've never owned a table. I've got ones that have the slot-in bits, but other than that, I've never owned a table with a face hole. Okay. So get them comfortable by all means. Do whatever you need. If you've got a table and they're going, oh, I want to use a face hole, no, you can't. Then you're going to end up with just a row. So let them use it. But ideally, you don't need to have it.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Did Mr. Tom Bowen ever have something with
Tom used to, later on, he had electric beds. He had an electric bed later on, but of course I was coming close to when he lost a leg as well. So, but early on he had soft single beds, and that's what I used to work on. People would come to me and go, oh, I don't want a treatment. Can I just lie in your room on your soft single bed? Because I had a fire in there and everything. It was lovely. I just want to lie here. So people lay on that bed and they really relax, and they're associated lying on the bed. And it was raised up. It was slightly higher, and it had sheets on it and stuff like that. So it looked kind of like a therapy table. It didn't look like, you didn't have a duvet and a cuddly toy on it, but it was a soft single bed. And people lay on it, and you could see them just go, they immediately relax. There was a real sensation of them relaxing on that. So that's what I used for years. It's only, now that I have a room that I need to have other stuff in, I can't keep the table up all the time, that I have a therapy table. So I think we'll stop there.
I should turn it off.
Did we ever turn it on? That's a question.
I don't know. You were in charge.
We didn't ever turn on. We'll have to start all over again now.